gonna be a little something more. I've got a plan in mind, a special thing in store. The light bulb inside my head says get out and play, 'cause you never feel this way. It's my lucky day, it's my lucky day, it's my lucky day, my lucky day.
Good morning everyone, good morning, no, good afternoon everyone. Had another very slow morning, not surprising since we didn't go to sleep till at 1 o'clock. I think I woke up about 8ish. I did have another little snooze after that for an unknown time. Kevin's on the same. So feeling pretty well rested. Didn't have my shower, got dressed, and take my nail polish off. So just the nails a little bit. Sorry, we're gonna have noise in a minute.
Rabbit's foot ought to be told. It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day.
So this is the pajamas that I got yesterday in the Winnie the Pooh shop, or the shop after the ride. Just a pair of summer pajamas. Very British themed, but that's very cute. Today is my favourite day, I think. I'm not sure if I showed you the mug that I got at Disney Springs the other day. So even though I've kind of got blue and greenish mugs, I feel a white will blend in okay. Kevin said I should get it. And I'm using it here, so look at that. Nice day today, a bit better than yesterday. Yeah, just walking over to the Contemporary, catch the monorail over to Chicken and Transport Centre, and then we change to catch the monorail up to EPCOT. They've got a nice little beach area there. I don't smell that. Look at that beautiful castle over there. Obviously an area too where you can sit and watch the fireworks. We've got seats facing over there. Up through the doors. Kevin didn't realise this was a gingerbread house the other day. Hidden goats. 11 hidden 5-legged goats. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Slept in, 'cause I don't care, and didn't make the bed. Sip coffee on my couch, what can I do instead? No work, it's only fun, 'cause it's all okay. 'Cause you never feel this way. It's my lucky day, it's my lucky day. It's my lucky day.
It'd be nice to be entering from the front. It's kind of as it should be.
$60 for 1 day at Magic Kingdom.
They change the prices depending on how busy it is now. Starbucks down there with Kevin. What do you got? You got a hot chocolate
And a chocolate croissant. I think it's the regular croissant.
Use that lady. We're doing that chair there. That money. Okay, so you didn't hear me. Christy's got a hot chocolate and a croissant. Kevin's got me a dragon drink, and then we're doing the mobile order from Connections, which is around there. And getting my pizza again.
I don't really know.
So I've got my pizza again, and like last time, it's a huge serve. I thought last time must have been a one-off. It wasn't on the same plate last time. I don't know what it was on last time. Kevin got the kids' cheese pizza, which is still a huge piece of pizza, and I'm not sure what the cup's for. And a little bowl of water, and his peaches that he wanted from Mandarins. I'm gonna go on Soarin'. Christy enough to do a chest track, and we're meeting here somewhere. I don't see her though. She was here before us. Where? I was sitting on the ground. Should have realised. Found a wild move. We're going on the New Land again. I don't know. We've gone this way this time. Total waste of time. Just to the back of the line anyways. Or we further back. And I was waiting for Christy. Here she comes actually. She just went on Finding Nemo. Weren't worried. So we just waited. Apparently they catch the monorail back. Monorails back to our resort. Here is Moo. How was that?
Good. Didn't stop this time.
It's good. It's just where. Yeah, where we're sitting. And I noticed a little plant. It's got little berries on it. Like a Christmas tree. only been back at the Chicken and Transport Centre. And it was fun to take a little monorail ride out to the EPCOT and out back to our resort. Well, I have some sad news, probably not too unexpected. Of course, we're on holidays again, but we had a service. Do you know what the service is called?
Rest your paws.
Rest Your Paws, and they'll come out to doggies towards the end of their life and they'll help with their pain management. And when it's time, they'll euthanize them and
At home.
And deal, take their body to organise whatever's happening with their bodies. So Bailey had run out of pain meds, and our vet would refuse to give him any more.
Without taking him in.
Christy, can I tell my story? Without taking him in, because I think the last few times we haven't taken him in either, because it's very hard to get him in the car. He's an old dog, it's not comfortable, so they just said no, they're not doing it, they won't do it anymore. So I'm not sure I was up to in my story. So then they're not prepared to give him more pain meds. It's, I don't know, classified or whatever, not classified, but restricted or whatever, without seeing him. So we've organised for this Rest Your Paws to come out to the house. They've actually been already now. They've given in an injection of some more stronger painkillers, I think, but they have recommended that it's time for him to be euthanized. So I think that's happening. I don't know if it's happening today or tomorrow, But apparently they bring him out a hamburger as his last meal, and then just do the, you know, the general put to sleep and then the lethal injection. So yeah, it's not unexpected. We did a special farewell with him before we left home, because he's 14 and a half now, and he's, you know, we've had a few moments over the last couple of months where we thought that's it, it's time, but then he's bounced back again. But I think it's been gradually getting worse the last few days, and we just, luckily he has a choice. He doesn't have to keep suffering to stay alive when he's well beyond his expected life expectancy anyway. And yeah, it's obviously just time for him to go. But 3 out of 4 of our dogs have picked the time to be when we're away. We've only been home when one dog has been put to sleep, our first boy Sam. The rest of Mum and Dad had to deal with, and Christy last time, which is crazy, but that's what's happened. So it hasn't sunk in for me yet, I don't think. I don't know when it will. But yeah, it's probably when it's happened it will. Yeah. But you know, we don't want him suffering. So I know a lot of you guys love him, obviously. Yeah, we've got some recent photos of him, and probably when we get home I'll do a little montage thing like I did for Rosie. I don't think I'll do it here, but yeah, when I get home I'll do that, so I'll have that to remember him by. Poor old fella, he's been a good friend many years.
Okay, I'm on my own again. I'm on my way back to EPCOT to do Guardians, because I did virtual queue, and it was saying like 9:30 originally, but it's now, well, it's actually just activated, and it's what, 7:20, so it's not too bad. But now that it's activated, I have an hour to get there and do it, which is a little bit annoying because it said like 7:45 originally, so I was like, okay, I'll get out of the bath, get ready and go, and I thought I'd be there by the time it started, but no. But I should at least be able to do it once still, which seems like a lot of work to go all the way there just for one ride, but Guardians is very good, so that's what I'm doing. So I haven't actually vlogged, I think, since the elevator. I got the monorail, which there was a massive lineup for. Apparently there was some kind of delay or something. I don't know what it was, but it was a massive lineup, which was really annoying. And there was room, but they stopped letting people on, so I had to wait for the next one to come, but whatever. I was quite stressed about it because I was trying to get here on time to be able to do Guardians, because I had a time limit on it, so it was getting quite stressful for me. So I was putting music in, playing games on my phone just to like distract myself so I wasn't thinking about it. Anyway, I got here, walked as fast as I could to get to the ride. So I was very tired after that. My feet are very sore, but I got there with like 5 minutes to spare or something. There wasn't all the time. And then I stood in line for half an hour waiting to get through to the actual theme, because even though you do the virtual queue, which is, well, you do that, well, I think we started at 1:30 or something, and it's now 9, I've just gotten out from the ride, so you wait a long time in the virtual queue and then another half an hour in the actual line. But again, whatever. I think if they're going to do that, they should have a system where people with DAS passes wait like everyone else in the virtual queue, or maybe even a little bit longer, like an extra half hour or whatever, and then when they get there they can use the lightning lane, because that was really difficult to stand in line for half an hour. I just had to listen to my music and play games on my phone to basically just not pay attention to what was going on, and I don't even remember walking through most of the line because I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, so I went, and I was about probably halfway through the line. I'm like, this was not worth it. This whole walk to get here, standing in line, it wasn't worth it. The ride is amazing, but I was like, it wasn't worth that long. It was. It is such a good ride. It's so smooth. It's really good. It's like Space Mountain, but a lot smoother. So it's a lot more accessible and a lot more comfortable to actually go on it. It's really, really good. They do a really good job of it, and they got a Christmas kind of song at the moment. I don't know if they have that all the time. I don't imagine they would, but anyway, really, really good. So I was like, absolutely 100% was definitely worth it, even though I was not thinking that earlier. So I actually went through and so I went on the ride, and the projector screen right at the very beginning, like the main kind of scene thing right before the ride starts, stopped working. I don't know if it was working for every other one, because it was working for the carriage in front of us, and it stopped for hours, and I think it was probably working for the one after hours as well, but I don't know. Obviously, because I was already on the ride at that point, and I was like, oh yeah, I was like, yeah, whatever. I didn't mind that much. I just enjoyed getting to go on the ride. Sorry if the camera's shaking a bit, my legs are jiggling. I'm trying to keep my arms still, but anyway, so I got once the ride was over, which I absolutely loved. It was amazing, as always. I was like, okay, I'll let someone know, because, you know, like, I just want someone to know so they can fix it, so then guests who are, you know, having their first time on that ride or whatever can actually get the proper experience for it. I'm gonna like preface this saying, don't expect this, because I've never had it happen before. But they actually, me and a couple of other people who also let someone know, we got to go on again. So I thought I was only going to get to go on once, because I didn't get here in time to do it multiple times through the virtual queue using mum and dad's bands. I used dad's actually, so technically dad's the one that went on it, and me and mum haven't. Whatever. So I was like, okay, I'm only going to get to go on once, but I was enjoying it anyway. So yeah, I told someone about it, so they, like, you know, called the techie people or whoever comes to fix it, and another person kind of went around the corner. I didn't know if I was supposed to follow them or not, because someone like said something to me, like some kind of instruction, but I didn't hear what it was. So I just kind of stood around. I was like, okay, I'm going to slowly make my way out. So I kind of like awkwardly left, because I wasn't sure if they still needed me for some reason. And as I was kind of like walking my way out, I was like kind of looking around, trying to work out what was going on. And someone was like, oh, it was her. Until I come up, one of the other people who pointed at me, and they were like, oh, come this way. So we got to do like a tiny little shortcut, which is obviously just a connection for staff. But it was like from the exit, maybe 10 meters to the part of the ride where you get split into the two sides and then the two lines based on whether you're like an odd numbered group or an even numbered group. So we got to skip pretty much the whole line up until that point, and then they let us back in that line. And it was like 5 minutes at that point, so we got to go on a second time, and the projector was working that time. Part of me was hoping it wasn't, so I could get on to the third time, but obviously it was working, and that's a good thing. But I really wasn't expecting that, and I'm still kind of in shock from that. Like, really wasn't expecting it. I've told staff before when a part of the ride was broken, and they've always just like, oh, thank you, and called like the people to come fix it. Right, I'm just looking for the EPCOT ball, because I just realised the show is on at the moment. I don't know what my favourite ride was before that one, but I think that one might be my favourite. It is very, very good, and I am glad I came, even if I am sore and a bit stressed. Hopefully tomorrow will be okay. I'm not going to have an early day tomorrow, because I want to do Pandora at night, so I might go like midday or something. I'll have them kind of morning off. We'll see what happens. So yeah, don't expect it, but if you let people know when the part of the ride breaks, they may let you on a second time, which is awesome. At night, it's very busy. Oh, the light's going. I don't know if the show is still going actually, because it's been 15 minutes now. I mean, there's music still playing, but it doesn't seem all that exciting right now. So I don't really know if it's still going or not. Maybe it's finished. Either way, it's still quite pretty.